All right, so we all know that the roster for the game is quite frankly growing, and we have the current collab with Evan out and about. I know I have not made a video discussing characters. I am going to get on top of that. Trust me. I'm waiting for all three of them to come out so we can get a good comparison between three, and then we'll run the gambit, looking at all of them, comparing them, yada yada yada. So look, I'm on Pride One right here, obviously, and this is just a massive list of characters that are out that are playable. Obviously, some are collabs, so they're not coming back, but there's still a vast amount of characters. Now, we do have, and as I'm sure you can see, characters I'm going to be discussing up here, but they're not in any particular order. I'm going to be putting them in order with first place over here and then last place over here in terms of characters I want to see in game. So, starting out at the very last spot is going to be now. I really like her design. Aesthetically, she looks great, and it's very good. Obviously, she's in charge of Rappy, with the whole Red Hood thing. If you, whatever, spoilers, you've been spoiled. I do think Ingrid would be a cool character. Now, she's not a Nikke, which, kind of hurts her in terms of becoming a playable character because, it defeats the whole, like, oh, these characters are, technically android cyborgs, one or the other, maybe that mix in between. But she is not. She's just a generic human. See here, she is Elysian, so that would be good. She's the CEO of the company. So it would be cool to have a character such as Ingrid in the game. Next up is going to be Papillon. And I mean, need I say more? Look at this character. Need I say more? Honestly, I do like the shimmer effect right over here, and then on the gun is pretty thick. Obviously, we can see she has a weapon, so she would be a sniper. Not my favorite in terms of characters with weapons. I would much prefer them to have a AR, or submachine gun, shotgun. Not a huge fan of the snipers because it seems, even though they tend to make snipers pretty damn strong. Um, I would love to see her in the game as a playable character. Now, how that would come about, I don't know. I'm not, not the developer. I'm just giving my baseline. Like, so we have two down. Next up is actually a lot of people are going to be pretty upset about this. It's going to be Lily-Wise. It is going to be the OG goat herself, by far in lore the strongest gay. For the longest time, we always thought it was going to be Red Hood is the strongest character, but no, it's Lily-Wise, and by like a big margin. She fights with her hands, which is cool. I don't know what they would do if they make her a playable character. I feel like we would have to have way more like lore implications for story wise for her to even like possibly come out, but it would be very sick to have her. Next up, again, probably going to be a shocker. Actually, going to be Indivilla, whatever her name is. Very prominent in the Crown story event. She is very, very cool, able to fight toe to toe Crown until Crown decide, you know what, all right, gloves are coming off. I'm fighting seriously. Um, when I first saw her design a while ago, I was like, I want this character in the game. I want to summon for her. She is gonna be sick. Um, I mean, you got like a whole scorpion effect going too. Obviously, legs, but like with the tail and the sharpness, it reminds me of a scorpion. So it'd be very, very sick to get her in game as a playable character. Obviously, a heretic. Next up is actually going to be hammering. Now, I'm a sucker for, in terms of like design wise, white outfits. I just think they mesh well. Obviously, to me, she has like that whole Flannery look, if you remember Pokemon, minus obviously the jumpsuit, but having the mesh, like thermal on, having the goggles, having the giant snow hammer. She reminds me of just like, all right, we're in the snow, we're chilling, we're good. Obviously, the hammer, construction worker. Um, so it's just Another Elysian character. Yes, I had a look. Whatever. Um, but I do think Hammer would actually be sick. Again, in terms of weapons, I can actually see her being a shotgun. Again, just another option that I would really like. Next up, we have Behemoth, the newest heretic that has been shown to us, and a lot of people probably don't like the design that much. It's kind of a weird little vibe she's got going on with the back, like this whole thing with like the claws. I get it. I'm not a big fan of that part, but costume wise, it reminds me of him. It looks like it's it looks like it's like symbiote synthetic kind of thing. So it's really, to me, it's really sick. You got like the little like spider legs maybe on the back of thighs possibly. So it just looks really sick. She's demonic, she's evil, she's a heretic. It would be Behemoth as my third most wanted unit. Number two, and it's gonna be a big shocker. It's actually Cinderella. What number one is gonna? Now I'm putting Cinderella number two because myself included with most of the like this has to be our anniversary character. There's no freaking way. Her not being a heretic anymore, good quote unquote good guy, girl, whatever. Not saying that. It's at this point it's very surefire that she character. I do think that if she is not, people are going to riot, and with the glass slippers and all that, it's going to be very interesting to see how she functions, her kit, weapon, all of that. But she definitely is going. She has to be the anniversary character. There's no other way. And number one for me is going to be the Black Arc Ranger. I'm saying this not because of like Power Rangers or anything, but when I was younger, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh a lot, and she reminds me of Dark Law. We'll actually pull that up. Um, and so she reminds me of this guy right here, and I just really like design wise. It's very sleek. It's very clean, very cool, and as you can see, it just reminds me of that. Obviously, she has a form where she doesn't have the helmet. I don't know that image is, but for me, honestly, Dark Arc Ranger would be my most summoned character. She'd probably be the first character I core 7. Like to be completely honest. Interested to hear what you guys want as your characters you want to come into the game that are NPCs currently.